Since the day I quit my job in 2019, I have always had some sort of morning routine, no matter where I am, no matter what time I wake up. In fact, it was almost a dream for me to have a quiet, peaceful morning because all the years I was working as a teacher, all my mornings used to be rushed and chaotic in some shape or form. But I do not have a proper nighttime routine or evening routine, and that is something that I want to focus on today. Hey everyone, welcome back. This is day 6 of 31 Days Life Overhaul Series. So tell me in the comments below that do you guys have a nighttime routine or some sort of evening routine? Because I personally do not have one, and that is something I want to do for myself, and that is something that I want you to create one for yourself as well. Because we all talk about starting our day strong and doing all sort of good things like meditation and exercise and mindfulness before we start our day, so that we can just go with full force navigating our days like a pro. But most of us often underestimate the importance of having a good nighttime routine or even evening routine, like whatever works for you. And I strongly believe that if you cannot spend 60 minutes on yourself before going to bed and after waking up, no matter what you do throughout your day, no matter how much money you make, no matter what kind of good you put out in the world, it's not worth it. Because the biggest responsibility you have at the end of the day is to take care of yourself as an individual. Because again, I keep saying that you cannot pour from an empty cup, and no matter what you are doing for your own growth or money or success or fame or whatever, if you are not feeling centered within yourself, if you're not feeling like calm and relaxed and happy, do you think all of those things, all of your work, all of your hustle, all of your daily grind is really worth it? So let's first talk about why having a nighttime routine or evening routine is important. So number one, when you follow consistently a nighttime routine, your brain receives signal every evening or every night to calm down, to slow down, and it prepares your body for a restful sleep. This is the most important reason why having a night routine is important in the first place. Second reason is that, like any other routine, your evening routine helps you to be intentional about your bedtime, how you wind up for the day, what kind of activities you do during your evening and before bed, whether they calm you down or whether they interfere with your sleep and things like that. So now let's talk about what your night routine should actually look like. Now first thing first, it doesn't have to be glamorous, okay? We watch all sorts of amazing night routines and morning routines on YouTube, and they're entertaining, they're great, but I want you to understand that having a good nighttime routine or evening routine is all about having some time to yourself. It's all about doing certain activities that relax you, that calms you down, so that you can sleep peacefully. Now, I don't want to tell you how long your evening or nighttime routine should be. So for example, for me personally, my target is that like by 6 p.m. or 7 p.m. I should slow down and I should get into that flow of like calming myself down, calming my body, calming my mind and all that stuff. But again, you do you. So even if you don't have all that time for the relaxed evening or anything like that, make sure that you have at least 60 minutes to yourself before you go to bed. And I'm not going to tell you what you should do as part of your night routine, but I do want to tell you what you should not be doing something like 2 to 3 hours before going to bed. Okay, so number one is checking your phone. Again, it may sound obvious, it may sound cliche, but this is the biggest truth. If you really want to sleep peacefully, if you really want to just put your mind to rest, you have to get rid of your phone, in fact your laptop, and in fact TV if possible, but using your phone is a big no-no. Okay, so I would recommend like ditching your phone somewhere around 2 to 3 hours before going to bed. But if you can't do that, at least 60 minutes before going to your bed, your phone is nowhere near you. And second thing that I do not want you to do before your bedtime is watching any sort of TV shows or listening to any sort of music that gives you some sort of adrenaline rush, like watching some thrilling movie, suspense movie, horror movie, and things like that. And third thing that you should not be doing before your bedtime is engaging in any sort of gossips or criticizing or drama conversations and things like that. I would say talk less as much as possible, and even if you are talking, make sure your conversations are light-hearted and playful. And this is something which is good even for all sort of relationships you have with people around you, in your family, in your home. All these things that I'm asking you to do is going to take some sort of practice, some sort of adjustment in your home. You have to make sure that you set certain boundaries. You have to train people who are living with you that you are not to be disturbed beyond a certain period of time, and that you do not encourage having any sort of gossips and drama conversations before bedtime and things like that. So it's going to take some practice, some adjustment in your environment, but it is 100% possible. It's just that you have to be intentional about these little things in your life. And the last thing that I want you to do, again, you have to decide what's good for you. Pick 1 to 3 activities that help you calm you down, something that has helped you in the past, or something that you know, like if I meditate I feel good, or if I go for a walk, or if I journal, or if I listen to some calming music, or if I just take a nice shower and things like that. So just list down 1 to 3 activities, not something that like seems good sort of thing or what other people do to calm down. What are those activities, like 1 to 3 activities that calm you down particularly? And if you haven't paid attention to this, if you haven't been intentional about doing something that calm you down, then try a couple of things and see what works for you. Okay, every evening, every night, make some time and space for yourself where you can engage in these little activities that help you calm down, that help you sleep peacefully, so that you can just wake up all refreshed and charged up for your day. And if you do these things over a consistent period of time and still find trouble sleeping peacefully, then I would highly suggest go see a professional and find out the real reasons why you cannot sleep. I really hope, I really believe by end of this overhaul series you are going to see a positive shift, a positive difference in your life. So I'll see you tomorrow with another video, sending you love, light and good vibes. Bye bye.